Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Cincinnati. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. A short throw there, pulled in by all. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 5.
11 MT.
And Chase will go in motion left. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
In motion left, Flowers. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now Lamar changing the look. In motion left, Flowers. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. They still can't get it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run for the first time with Hill. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On second down, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Now Burrow to throw on second down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And Chase will go in motion left. Here's Brown on second down. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 37. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Now it's Burrow. That one caught by all, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Open man is Chase, complete. Touchdown Bengals! Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. So So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Slot man moves right. They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Now a 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Now Lamar changing the play. They go play action now. Jackson looking deep here for Flowers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now Burrow on first down. Here's a diving catch right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From midfield now, Burrow. Forced out to his left. Oh, he tried to throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. On second down, Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they took their shot. That one was kind of up for grabs that time. And you've got to be careful defensively not to make contact too early. But that was textbook right there to get in tight and force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teed.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll find Bateman once more. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson on second down. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. The slot man in motion right. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Jackson now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Flowers going to go in motion right. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just 1 play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Higgins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Chase, the motion man right. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. An inside give, Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Here we go. 180. Raise hot.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Right back to Brown. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout. And that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good. And that'll give them an 8-point lead here in the 4th. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Second and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. To throw is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 22.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry. 26 yards. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Escapes the defender. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Burrow. That's complete to Chase. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
That's going to change things in a hurry. That shortens the field considerably, and now they're on the move.
11 Thomas. 12. 11 MT.
Now Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Oh, man, that can wind up being the key play of the ball game right there. Defensively here, you know they've got no timeouts. You've got to keep them away from the sidelines. Here, not only do they get the big yardage, but they get out of bounds as well.
Safety's creeping. Mike 14.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post.